So that brings us to what crazy thing did
Qatar do this week?
What did they do? How did they get crazy this week?
So, I wrote a post about how in March, the whole loyalty world is turning topsy-turvy, but I didn't mention Qatar because they waited till after my post to announce that they're ditching their Qmiles program, their whole rewards program.
Just gone.
Bye-bye. Instead of those miles, they're going to be issuing Avios, which is the currency used by British Airways, Aer Lingus, and Iberia.
Mm-hmm.
And so now Qatar joins the team.
Isn't that weird?
It seems totally out of left field to me. I was so surprised by this news. It's interesting though, because Avios were already sort of a transferable currency in their own right. Usually we look to bank points. So we constantly recommend acquire bank points that are transferable to a lot of different airline and hotel programs. That gives you the ultimate flexibility. It's rare that you see that with airline miles that you can transfer to other programs. But with Avios, at least with the three programs we just mentioned that are already Avios earning programs, you can move your points from one to the other. And so my assumption is that'll be true with Qatar as well. And that makes them more valuable because, each program has its own sort of sweet spots. And so, you don't like what price you're getting on British Airways, you move your points to Iberia, for example, and book from there.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's really intriguing. It's very interesting. It makes me wonder if we'll see this more. I mean, do you think? It's a hard question to answer because if I asked you last week, do you think that Qatar is going to throw away its award chart and become an Avios airline? You probably would have laughed and said, "Why would anybody ever think that?" But I mean, do you think we'll see consolidation? Is that something that just might happen with frequent flyer programs? This seems really weird.
It's interesting because they're all in the One World program, One World Alliance. And One World recently, if I remember right, announced the ability to do upgrades, use whatever miles to upgrade within the One World Alliance. And I haven't had a chance to look into that to see whether it's a good deal. My guess is no. But regardless, it shows, One World trying to bring its alliance kind of closer together and have more in common. And so I do kind of wonder, is Avios, is whoever's running the Avios program, are they trying to position Avios as the One World currency of the future? Yeah, that would be bizarre, because that would mean, if really all One World programs move to it, which I don't really think will happen, but if they did, that would mean losing American Airlines miles as a thing.
Right.
I don't see that happening. Alaska miles, it seems very unlikely, but
I think it seems particularly unlikely for the US-based programs because those mileage programs are such a profit center for them. I don't know if that's the case with as many foreign programs. Certainly maybe, but I don't know. I think, for example, it probably is a major profit center for like the Virgin Atlantics of the world. But for Finnair, I don't know. Is Finnair Plus a big profit center for Finnair? I have no idea. And if it's not, then maybe joining the Avios program would make sense. I mean, who knows what will happen there, but not impossible. Okay, I have one more question about this. How do you pronounce Qatar?
Well, you search for how to pronounce Qatar on Google, and you'll find our post on it. And it's a funny thing because there is no single right answer. Is it? I'm not even gonna try it. There's different ways of pronouncing it. Read the post and then read the comments because they're hilarious. You'll get people equally saying, I've lived in Qatar for 20 years and I know that it's pronounced Qatar. And then the next person saying, I've been a flight attendant for 100 years and I know it's Qatar.
Right.
So, it's fun.
It's fun and continues to be popular. So you're equally likely to have found a comment from within the last 6 months as you are like 6 years. So it's
that's right.
A fun one to check out.